We still have Dr. Rha's lecture. So Dr. Rha, are you ready for us?
Yes.
Great. So let's have your lecture. But in the interest of time, we'll try and finish it well within 10 minutes so that we can go through all the lectures. Great. Thank you, Dr. Rha, for the patience and bearing with us.
一层冒烟不是做个倒影啊。
Can you see the slide?
They will appear shortly, I'm sure.
Can you see the slide?
Yes, we can.
中国现场，他们开始讲课去了。
Yes, we can see it.
接到中国现场，导播听得见吗？
Can you see slide?
Yes, we can see your slides very nicely.
Okay, can I start?
Yes, please. We are waiting for you to start.
Okay. The how to plan a CTO PCI. Today, when I see the title, there's a retrograde and an integrated approach lecture. This title is suggested by the organizing committee. So I'd like to try to focus on this balance, how to plan whether the retrograde or the integrated. I'm trying to avoid the overlapping area. I'm doing the last of the complex cases, including coronary CTO and the peripheral CTO and the vascular, and doing many clinical and basic research work. There's many well-known algorithms for the CTO PCI, and the suggested expert opinion and whether to go to retrograde or the integrate are mainly given by these factors. The clear proximal cap or the good distal target or the length of the CTO. As the previous lecturer shown this picture, by case, I'd like to show whether to go to this integrate and the enterolysis and reentry or retrograde. So 4 key angiographic characteristics: the proximal cap ambiguity and regional length, and the quality of distal vessel, and the presence of intervention collateral. These 4 angiographic characteristics are important whether to go integrate or the retrograde. The proximal cap ambiguity we can try by the IVUS guided or the multiple fluoro guided balloon anchoring or any other tools, but usually this is once you cannot clearly see the proximal cap, it's better to consider the
Sorry, we're not seeing this. I only see the title slide. We're not seeing any slides.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
just the title.
Still in the first slide, yeah. If you could go on the screen show, press the little icon lower right, you'd go on screen show.
You cannot see still?
We can't see them now. It looks like you're not on the slideshow. You might have to use this presentation, which is fine.
You cannot see the picture yet?
We can't see them now. I can't.
We can see your PowerPoint.
You cannot see?
Yeah, Dr. Rha, we can see the hybrid algorithm slide. We can see that.
How about this? Can you see?
Yeah, we see the hybrid algorithm for CTO PCI. Is this what you want us to see?
Can you see these 4 angiographic characteristics?
Yes.
Can you see? Key angiographic characteristics?
No, we can't. I can't see them.
We are still on your second slide.
Can you click on that slide on the left?
If you click on the slides on the left side, then you can probably move on. And
yeah, use the left side.
Yeah. If you click on the relevant
click
slide
on the slide on the left side.
I'm not sure. Can you see this angiography now?
No. Because you're still on slide number 3. If you click on slide number 5, it might appear. Okay, that's better.
Hocam merhaba, günaydın hocam, nasılsınız?
I escaped the slide, and can you see now?
Yes.
Yes. Can you see?
You could see them now, yes.
Yes, now we can see them. Yes, I think now we're good.
4 angiographic characteristics, I told. So when you look at the dual angiography, angiogram first, then you can see that this 4 angiography characteristic, and then decide whether to integrate retrograde. Let me show the.
Şimdi ne kadar oldu hocam? Bir sene ne kadar oldu şimdi biz işlem yapalım?
If you look at this angiography,
Hayır hocam
short
devam
segment
edeceğiz.
CTO,
6 ayı
proximal cap is
tamamlayalım. Evet,
clear,
evet. 6 ay sonra
distal
tekrar haber.
bifurcation, and the collateral is not good from the RCA. So this is good candidate for integrate, short segment. So good recanalization can be done. This is a number 1 case like this. And this second is a not so easy case, long integrate. So traditionally, we have the many wire-based work for the long integrated CTO. So it included the star technique, mini star, and last technique, the limited integrated subintimal tracking. And safari technique, the subintimal flushing with the retrograde intervention. So this kind of attempt, a little bit, tended to making a long integrated dissection with longer stenting. So not so optimal good outcome with a higher complication case. So one star technique, like a 76-year-old male CTO, if you look at this baseline angiography, relatively small LAD with segment, not so good collateral from the LAD to RCA, you can see this even long, short segment of a CTO, the angulated proximal to mid RCA CTO. You can see bridging collateral to showing the main RCA territory, but not so good retrograde approach, retrograde interventional collateral from the due to the significant disease in the LAD. Not so good interventional collateral from the LAD. If I do this case, this is not my patient. If I do this case, I will use this ipsilateral collateral from the ipsilateral channel to here to the anterior retrograde approach. However, this patient was done by one of my junior, and this LAD, he has done quick pre-dilation, and this balloon response was favorable, and have done the DCB application, DEB application in the LAD. Balloon response was favorable and finalized this LAD. LAD was acceptable with the DEB at the time. Then now you can see some collateral from the septal to part of the PDA, PLV bifurcation. But you can see with this means that the RCA length is not so short. So he started this RCA intervention from the implant backup support with the conventional XTA and the microcatheter support. Started from the XT series, but was not easy. This could not overcome this angulated CTO. And the more the stiff wire, the higher chance of making dissection. So Gaia series and the Miracle series, every CTO wire with the parallel attempt, parallel wire making more dissection. And this was failed to enter the middle segment. And then this CTO started the star technique, the subintimal, so-called the subintimal tracking by the knuckle wire technique. Anyway, this is sometimes safer than the just stiffer CT wiring because it demarcates the vessel area. So by the angulated area, by subintimal passage, microcatheter support, then this went into the vessel contour and entered into the distal area. However, the contrast injection looks not so close this wire course. So from the mid portion of the RCA, change it to the CT wiring, the intraluminal passage attempt, but failed. And this made some attempt, but finally made perforation. So sudden perforation developed like this. So this kind of subintimal tracking is not always safe. Sometimes good, sometimes not. We cannot expect this can be safe. So he tried to
Dr. Rha, we have 3 more minutes because we're short of time, so we stick to time, please.
I will hurry up. So this balloon tamponade could not deliver the conventional graft stent, so made the bigger lumen with the conventional drug-eluting stenting using the daughter catheter. Graft stenting, 2 overlapping graft stenting was done. So finally, everything calmed down, no perforation, sealed, and patient finally safely discharged. However, this can be, the main purpose is that we can do this, but cannot be always expected good outcome. So can be dangerous in some person. However, that's why this expected dissection reentry was developed, because the forced lumen can be smaller than this conventional wire disc. So this is designed for the unambiguous proximal cap, and the CTO length is more than longer than 20 millimeter, and distal cap is not an important bifurcation, and distal vessel is not diffusely diffused. This is a case like this. So LED, stumpless, RC, no good collateral. So this is one of good candidate. Wiring to the diagonal and no stump here, and the pre-dilation to the. This is the intention to make some small stump, and the small stump is here, and using the indication we could confirm. Then just checking ready for the dissection reentry. Septal is good source for the distal visualization of the distal LED. We can use this actually the ipsilateral integrated approach. Septal collateral showing the distal LED, and then starting this reentry device, fast spin technique, and then checking and the reentry needle, reentry performing, and the stick and drive, and penetration, and then re-enter, and balloon, and you can find out make this good, nice performance of this CTO device. So rest of other cases, 2 more cases are for the conventional retrograde choice. So despite of this long segment and the longer segment, proximal KMBT and bifurcation presence.
Dr. Rha, it's such a wonderful lecture, but the time is really short, so maybe we can have some conclusions.
So conventional independent predictor, we know the calcification, tortuosity, branch, long CTO, multivessel, stumpless architecture. These are options for primary CTO. So you can do this kind of, despite of a short RC CTO, we can do short CTO attempt. So this kind of short attempt, we can make a perforation. So this kind of 4 components, you can assume whether to go to anterior retroid. So short attempt of this anterior approach, we made a perforation. So just to switch it to the retroid, it quickly finished this retroid approach, and nice result. So another most common reason is antegrade failure. Looks simple, antegrade starting, but my junior failed this. Simple, looks simple, but failed. And then do not hesitate to do the antegrade approach, retroid approach. Then finalize this. The initial planning was antegrade approach, but can be failed. So this is the most common clinical setting, the prompt to switch it to the retroid approach. So this is my summary. Whether to go to antegrade, whether to go to retrograde, I showed the independent predictor for the antegrade failure, and the most common way why we go to retrograde. Whether to go to here or there, it depends on the operator's experience, and whether the benefit and the failure, your choice. But I'd like to recommend the 4 key angiographic characters that I showed you, and the case selection is important, and this is depends on the operator's huge experience. So in my case, I'm doing the sub-maximum effort of integrate. There's something wrong, then I'm going the maximum retroid effort, and then fail, then I'm doing the maximum integrate. This is my usual question. Thank you for your attention.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Rha. That is really very wonderful, and thank you for taking time. And for the next lecture, we have Dr. Omar Goktakin, who needs an introduction. He's a very dear friend and he's been a mentor to most of us. Dr. Omar, are you online? Dr. Omar, are you online?
Hello, I need 1 minute, please. I need to connect the other computer. 1 minute, please.
Sure, perfect. So any comments by the panelists? Salman, have you got anything to say about your thoughts on CTO, anti-grade as wire escalations? What would be your choice of wire escalation?
I think and I'll go over it in my talk also. I think the main thing about CTOs is you've got to be familiar with the tools. And unlike, normal non-CTO PCI where you have a few workhorse wires, I think you need more specific tools for CTOs. Again, but again, that doesn't mean you need to know all 20, 30 wires that are out there. For each category, like one hydrophilic, one high gram tip wire, one penetration wire.
So let me narrow the question. So if you want to have 6 wires for a CTO, what 6 wires would you like to have in your lab?
So I think you're stealing from my talk now because it's going to be there.
Okay.
But I have to. I mean, inshallah, in my talk, I'll go with the 6 wires that I typically use. But usually, with a combination of those, you can do 95% of cases.
Okay.
And then the other thing is to constantly learn because it's such an evolving field. You have to go to conferences, look for proctorship, go online cases because of YouTube. There's a lot of cases you can see online. But CTO is an area where it's still, I think, the style and the philosophy is actually evolving.
Okay. Professor Nadeem, have you got any comments?
I think that as far as CTOs goes, it's the planning and the indications are a lot more important than the procedure itself. And the golden words are that there is no ad hoc CTO PCI. That means that you cannot just decide on the table that you want to do a CTO now just after doing a diagnostic angiogram. So a lot of planning, discussion with the patient, discussion with the colleagues, and then laying out your strategy and having the proper hardware is extremely important, plus all the tools to avoid and manage complications, especially perforation, because the risk of complications is higher in CTO PCI than in any other form of intervention of coronary arteries. So one has to be prepared for that.
So Dr. Mujib and Dr.
Hello,
Nair,
can you hear me?
Yes, Omar, we can hear you. Great to have you back.
Okay, can you see me then?
We cannot see you. We can hear you. Can we have Dr. Omar online? Yeah, you'll be online shortly. Great to have you. We hope to see you working tomorrow.
Yes, thank you very much.
We can see your slides now, Omar.
You can see me now, or?
We can see your slides very well.
Okay, so I think that's fine. Okay, so yes, thank you very much for the invitation, first of all. And today I'd like to talk about anti-grade CTO.
If you turn on your own camera, we'll be able to see you also.
Sorry?
If you turn on your camera on the computer, we'll see you also, but we can see your slides very nicely now.
Yeah, let me try it because I didn't.
We can get on with the lecture. We can see the slides very well.
Oh, 1 minute, please. Because